Hi guys, I am here with your next art lesson for this week. So the month of February is Black History Month. So I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you guys to an African American artist. Her name is Alma Thomas. There is a link that you guys should watch before starting this project. It's a really short clip. You don't have to watch the whole thing. About a minute and a half in, you can stop watching it when they start talking about their project. But it's a really good video that gives you a little more information about Alma Thomas and shows you examples of her work. So we are going to do an Alma and Thomas inspired landscape because she was inspired by nature. And if you remember from the video when you watch it, her paintings took on a mosaic feel. So mosaics are the little square or rectangle tiles that you glue down and to make a picture. So her brush strokes look like that. So we are going to use that type of style in our background. So I am going to flip you down and we can get started. The supplies that you need are scissors, glue, something to draw with, and then I sent home a whole bunch of colored paper in the last packet that came home about a month ago. So that is the paper that we're going to use for this, is the colored paper. So I'm going to flip you down. So this is an example of what we're going to do. So we have the landscape, the grass at the bottom, sun in the sky. We're going to use that colored paper and cut it into squares, or rip it into squares to do the mosaic part that looks like her paintings. Alright, so the first thing you need is, there's probably a green piece of paper in that packet. So what I want you to do, we are going to make the grass line. So I want you to take your marker and draw what you want your grass to look like. Curvy, straight, zigzag, up to you completely. And then you are going to cut right on that line. And the big chunk is the piece that we don't need. It's this little piece that we need. Then you can grab another piece of paper, whatever color you want for your background. I chose blue. And you're going to glue this to the bottom of your paper. And it should fit all the way across because the papers are the same size. There we go. So now we have grass at the bottom. So now you can grab a piece of yellow, and you don't need a very big piece. This is going to be for the sun. And you can draw a circle on that piece and cut that out like that. Now most likely you're still going to have marker lines on there. That's the side you should put your glue on. Now you have to decide where you want it. If you were going to do a sunrise or sunset, I would do your circle way down towards the bottom, towards the grass. If you want your sun up in the sky somewhere, that's fine too. You can glue it somewhere at the top. I want mine to look like a sunset, so I'm going to do mine down here at the bottom. Okay, now the next step is to take some of that paper that you got, and you're going to cut it into strips about an inch or so wide. So I have a few colors here that I picked, and I cut it into strips. You just need one strip of each color, is probably more than enough. So you don't need to cut up the whole sheet. That way you still have colored paper for another project. Just cut one strip off the end of each piece. And then you can stack them together, and you can either rip, or you can take your scissors and cut, whichever you prefer. So you can rip or cut, and you're going to do that and make a pile of your pieces. And the next part is to glue the strips onto the background. And if you watch the video first, you can see a all different paintings that she has done. Some of them she has concentrated on doing circles. So if you want hers to match mine, you can glue these on in circles. You could do stripes. You could mix up the pieces and just glue them all over the background like confetti. But I am going to do the circle design. So I am going to put my strips all around the sun. Like that. And then I'm going to choose the next color. I think I will do pink next. And go all the way around with my next color. Some pink. You can stick to just certain colors. Like if you were going to do a sunrise or sunset, maybe you just do oranges, yellows, reds, pinks. If you have a favorite color out of that paper, you could pick the favorite color and do it. And you're just going to keep ripping and using your little strips until your whole background is filled. And it will look like an Alma Thomas inspired landscape. If you guys end up doing one of these, if you could take a picture and post it or email it to your classroom teacher, that would be great. I would love to see your Alma Thomas inspired landscapes. We're also going to be doing a virtual art show this year towards the end of the school year, so I would love to include the pictures of your work in the art show. So I hope you guys had fun. Make sure you watch the video of Alma Thomas. If you haven't done so already, you can go back and check that out and check out some of her work. Have a good day, guys.